"Mom, I'm ready for the arranged marriage. Please just get me out of here. I'll do anything." I sobbed into the phone. My mom's panicked voice sounded over the phone. "Should I come get you now?" "In 7 days, Mom. I need to tidy things here," I whispered. My hands shook and my stomach hurt as I ended the call, sprawled on the floor bleeding. My entire world had collapsed 2 days ago when I found out about the biggest betrayal ever from the three most important people in my life. I was 3 months pregnant when I was kidnapped by some unknown gunmen. That night they called and called, but he didn't pick up his damn phone. The kidnappers had mocked me. "Your husband doesn't even love you enough to pick your calls." 99 missed calls. That's how many times they called him with my phone. Then they called Peter, Jacob's younger brother and my childhood friend. I was certain he would pick up, and he did, but his words made me wonder if truly this was the same person who had vowed to always protect me. "Stop calling, Lily. Can't you see we're in a business meeting?" He had ended the call and switched his phone off before they could call back. Furious, the kidnappers shoved me out of a moving car. There was so much blood. I passed out. When I opened my eyes, I was in the hospital. My body hurt and there was no one by my bedside. "How are you feeling, miss?" the doctor asked me. I blinked. My throat felt sore and I stared at him. No one came to visit me. The doctor shook his head. "I'm sorry, but no." I grabbed my phone from the bedside and still there were no missed calls from Jacob or Peter. No one replied to the messages I had sent either. "Your accident was fatal and you survived by luck, but your baby didn't," the doctor informed me. Tears rolled down my cheeks as I touched my now flat stomach. I dialed Jacob's phone again, and I heard the familiar ringing tone just down the hall. Frowning, I limped out of bed when I heard familiar voices in a room across from mine. "You guys are so sweet. Your wife gave birth 2 days ago and neither you nor your brother would leave her alone," a nurse was saying. Then I heard my husband's familiar voice as he replied, "I'd never leave Nadine's side. She's given me an heir. She deserves the whole world." I feel so bad for the woman down the hall. She came in 2 days ago battered and bruised. She even had a miscarriage and no one has visited her, the nurse said. "Well, that's sad, but Nadine is never going to be alone. Not when she has us." Peter's voice sounded. The door opened slightly and I saw them, my husband, and my so-called brother-in-law as they hovered around my best friend and the new baby in her arms. The resemblance was uncanny. It was indeed Jacob's baby and suddenly everything clicked. While I was kidnapped and shoved out of a moving car, bleeding to death and losing my baby, my husband was down the hall with another woman taking care of her and their new baby. My heart squeezed painfully in my chest. I almost passed out as I stumbled to the restroom and threw up in the sink. Tears ran down my cheeks as I held my flat stomach and cried my eyes out. 4 years of marriage was ruined in an instant, but how could I have missed it? All those months they had lied that Nadine traveled overseas for work. It was only because they were hiding her pregnancy. Just then the door opened and I heard Nadine's mocking voice. "Oh sweet Lily, I've waited for 9 months to rub it in your face." Nadine laughed. I stared at her. My eyes filled with hurt. "How could you? I trusted you. You were my best friend." "Oh please," Nadine scoffed. "I was only close to you so I could seduce Jacob. Imagine my surprise when I found out you were also pregnant." I turned away as bile rose in my throat. "Well, you have nothing to worry about anymore. The baby is gone." "I know." Nadine giggled. "I sent the kidnappers." I turned to her as I felt blood rush to my ears and I stopped thinking at that moment. I lunged at her. Nadine let out a high-pitched scream as she fell to the floor, as if on cue. The door of the restroom was pushed open as Jacob and Peter stood in front of it. They turned accusing eyes toward me. "What have you done?" "Jacob, Nadine is responsible," but I didn't finish as Jacob pushed me roughly. "How could you be so cruel? Nadine just gave birth and you're bullying her?" He snarled at me. I whimpered softly as I felt pain bloom in my stomach from the way he shoved me. "But Jacob," I tried to speak again. "Shut up." Peter snarled as he kicked me harshly. I gasped, losing my breath as I sprawled on the floor. I felt the blood trickling down my thighs as I watched them leave with Nadine without sparing me a second glance. No one asked why I was in the hospital restroom or why my stomach was so flat. All they cared about was that I had hurt Nadine. At that moment I realized I was all alone. But soon I'll be gone. In 7 days, this will all be over.